Hey, and welcome to day 6, draft version of our course, Making AI Your Muse. This is the advanced course, and we're ready to go. In the essentials lesson, you learn to flip the interaction, to make AI ask questions before it answers. Here's that same problem at a scale of your whole organization. Imagine this. Your senior expert is leaving, 30 years of operational knowledge. You schedule the knowledge transfer sessions. They hand you documents full of process steps, but the judgment calls, the workarounds, the unwritten rules that only make sense after a decade in the rule. None of it makes it onto the page. It leaves with the person every time. The expert isn't unwilling to share. The right questions weren't asked. And you can use AI to help you in that. Most organizations believe that experts can transfer knowledge if given enough time and the right structure. Frankly, it's damn near impossible. They can't through just instruction. Tacit knowledge is not stored in a form that can be retrieved on demand. It's embedded in judgment and reflex and pattern recognition built over years. It cannot be extracted by someone asking you to explain what they know. It can only be extracted by asking them to justify what they do in the moment in context, under question, interrogation, not instruction. This is something you can do with AI. Here's what this lesson is about. The knowledge in your organization most needs is the knowledge it cannot yet articulate. AI-led questioning is the only scalable tool that can surface it before it disappears. Not AI as an answering machine, but AI as a structured interrogator, designed to ask exactly the questions that standard interview would never reach. Before you can design the interrogation, you need to know what you're looking for. Research identifies 3 distinct categories of tacit knowledge. The first is relational, the unwritten social rules. Who actually makes the decisions? Who needs to be consulted? What can be said in writing? What can be only said in person? The second is somatic. That's the physical intuition. The mechanic who hears the engine and knows something wrong before any diagnostic tool confirms it. And the third is collective. The heuristics that differ from the official guidelines. What the manual says versus what the team actually does. None of these can be extracted by asking someone what they know. Each requires a different questioning strategy designed in advance. Cognitive load theory splits mental effort into 3 types. You have intrinsic load, the complexity built into the task itself. Extraneous load, friction from bad design. Got this one. The germane load, the effort that builds expertise from real understanding. And protect this at all costs. Model A, solution first, cuts all 3, including the one that builds expertise. Model B, interview first, protects germane load on purpose. The expert has to think that thinking is the transfer. Without it, you get a document. With it, you get the knowledge. Survey data from 319 knowledge workers found this. Higher confidence in AI tools was paradoxically associated with less critical thinking. The more people trusted the AI to be right, the less they verified whether it was. The stewardship task is the response to that finding. The old role of AI is give AI a task, evaluate the output at the end. The new role is own the context throughout the change. Verify at each step. Steer continuously. Stewardship reinserts human judgment during the reasoning process, not just after the answer appears. Let me give you a case study. Lumen Style is an online fashion brand. Model A, the leadership team gave AI a single prompt, asked for a marketing budget recommendation. Output, a generic split across channels based on industry averages. Model B, the same team used Socratic prompting, structured questions that forced the AI to surface its assumptions, and the leadership team to surface theirs. What emerged? Hidden assumptions about the rising customer acquisition costs, diminishing returns on their primary channel, that the original prompt completely bypassed. A final output was a risk-adjusted allocation built around long-term ROI, a fundamentally different strategic recommendation. ChatGPT 5 had the reasoning capacity to reach that conclusion in both conditions. It's only deployed when questioned into context. So we've got two organizational models, Model A, Model B. Model A is instruction. The human prompts, AI answers. Output is generic. Over time, expertise atrophies because the human stops exercising judgment. Model B is interrogation. AI questions, the human externalizes. Output is grounded in actual content and genuine experience. Over time, expertise is preserved and captured. The difference is not efficiency, it's whether the organization's knowledge survives the interaction or gets replaced by AI's assumption about what the knowledge is. Here's the key line. An organization's most valuable knowledge has never been written down until now. What I'd like you to do is try to work together with me, imagining how you might do this in a specific case. I would like you to try to build an interview that interviews a departing expert and pulls out new insights that were never there before. You want to identify what was tried, launches, campaigns, bets the expert made, what failed and why, and insights for the next time. What you need to do is think about how you're going to get that information step by step and how can you use AI to do it effectively. Here we have a short proposition in terms of what you might run. You give the AI the following instructions. You're running an expert interview with a departing senior product marketing expert. Capture what we tried, what failed and why, and what you would tell the person who takes over. You probably want to give more context. You want to give information, project files, and different things. I want you to ask one question at a time. Wait for an answer before the next. When I name a win or a failure, dig into it before you move on. No generic advice. No generic questions. Let's get started. What will come out of this will be a detailed step-by-step interview which allows you to codify the knowledge. Okay, here we have the homework for today. What I'd like you to do is use pivoting to clarify and uncover insights on how you could use AI more effectively. Just like the essentials lesson, this is going to be interactive, going back and forth. It'll dig a little bit deeper into what you're actually doing and how you do it, and try to identify ways AI could help. The process that I'd like you to go through is take this prompt, update it for yourself, maybe include some extra information about your role, run the prompt, get the answers, and reflect on how you want to continue to make a true north. Here's the prompt. I would like to better understand my job and how AI could really help. Everything starts with understanding. Ask me questions about my job one at a time to clearly understand my key tasks and roles. Then look at how I use AI. Ask me questions one at a time. Wait for my answers. Continue until you can identify 3 to 4 ways I could use AI more effectively at my work. That's it. See you tomorrow.